Hello there. I am sitting in my Jeep filming a video that I should have filmed months ago. And I knew if I didn't get it done today, I would never do it. So we're doing it on my lunch break in a parking lot of a local park with a cloudy, rainy sky overhead. So the lighting is great. Always professional around here, guys. But I am so happy that you are here. If you are new to the channel, welcome. So excited to have you in my little corner of the YouTube universe. It is Tuesday, July 6th when I am filming this. And it's the update number 1 to Operation 485. Now, again, if you're new here, you may not know what I'm talking about. So check out the link in the description to the original Operation 485 video, which will kind of lay out the original plan. Basically, it's my health and weight loss journey. And I hate the word journey, by the way, but that's really the only word to use to describe this. So that's what it is. I called it Operation 45 because this is my 45th year of life. I turned 44 in April. Yeah, all of that will be in the video linked below. Basically, what I want to start with here is a little bit of a confession. And that is that I have not stuck to this plan like I thought I was going to. It has not been a huge, roaring success. And I have had a huge drop-off in following all of the things that I wanted to follow and tracking all of the things that I wanted to track. I am no longer using Weight Watchers. And yeah, it's been a bumpy road. So I don't have like a bunch of positive results for you or anything like that. But I want to be open and honest, partly because that has just always been really important to me on my channel. But also because it's not going to do me any good to not be honest about this. So, basically my weight has stayed the same. I'm still not quite ready to share the exact numbers yet. So I think that'll come next month. We'll see. But my weight has basically stayed the same, which I'm actually considering as a minor success, because it could have gone the other direction, definitely. But I started this on April 1st and I have not, lost and kept off any weight. So that's obviously disappointing. I have, however, lost 2 inches on my hips and 1 inch on my waist, which I am very, very excited about. And those two numbers kind of go to the biggest success and the biggest failure. The biggest success, because we want to start with successes first, right? Yeah, we'll start with successes first. The biggest success has been exercising, which for me is walking. So I've been tracking my miles. I have some goals in mind, and I've been tracking my miles using my Apple Watch, and I've been walking, I would say 3 to 5 miles a day minimum, almost every day. Doing really, really well. Some days I've even hit like 6 and 7 miles. And this week I've got some ambitious goals of maybe 9 or 10 miles. And a lot of this is just walking loops around my office because I work in an office, so I'm there all day. But some of it has been outside, walks and things like that too. And yeah, I'm really excited about that. And that is no doubt where the 2 inches from the hips and the 1 inch from the waist came from. So I found something that I actually enjoy. I love watching the steps pile up and the miles pile up. And Jason and I also actually found a YouTube channel. I think it's called Run the Impossible. I'll confirm that and link them in the description box below. Basically, they have filmed theme parks, all of the Disney World theme parks, some of the Disney World resorts, like the boardwalk area, things like that. They've done Universal. They've done all over the country. Some are like 5K runs. Some are just like, there's one just walking around Magic Kingdom with like ambiance and music. And we just walk. We just walk to those in our living room. We walk loops, or we walk in place, or I can walk on the treadmill. And it's been really, really good, because who doesn't want to just be able to walk around Disney World in your living room? So yeah, that has been a super positive for me. And like I said, I'm racking up the miles. So that has been really, really good. The biggest failure has been not losing any weight, obviously, and it's been in the food department. And what I've been the worst at there is definitely snacking. Snacking is something I just am having a hard time getting under control. Not letting it be junk food all the time, and maybe just snacking less in general. And then our lazy weekends have been tough that way too. We haven't had as many of them lately, but the ones we have had, yeah. So I'm not doing Weight Watchers anymore. I think I may have already mentioned that. It just wasn't working for me. And I don't really have any reason other than I just wasn't tracking. I just wasn't doing it. So what I'm doing now is, I guess you would call it intuitive eating, but I don't even know if it needs to have a name. I'm just eating. I'm just making conscious choices with each meal to eat healthier foods, smaller amounts. So for example, this week I'm having a banana for breakfast every morning. I'm not a huge breakfast person. I'm having a cup of coffee with a little bit of creamer, and a banana. And then my lunch this week is, I got some of those chopped kit salads where there's like the salad mix in a bag, and then there's some dressing and some toppings and things like that in a bag. I got a few of those at the grocery store and I'm loving those. One bag lasts me for 2 lunches, so that's been a good lunch. I've been having a beef stick and a cheddar stick for a snack in the afternoon. And then dinners, we've been doing a lot of chicken breasts in the Instant Pot, or turkey burgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, things like that, with a vegetable side, and then usually like rice or potato side. But making sure the vegetable side is bigger than everything else and all of that. So meal-wise, we're doing really well. And I feel better than I did when I was tracking everything on Weight Watchers. That just felt so restrictive. And I may need to go there someday, but for now, we're going to keep things the way they are. It's those darn snacks that are my problem. So I need to keep my house free of chips and candy and all of that kind of stuff, or at least very minimal. And we need more fruit, or even like popcorn, just snacks that are a little healthier, if not curbing snacking altogether. So I'm kind of thinking I wouldn't mind finding a time in the evening, maybe 6:30, 7 o'clock at night, where there's no more eating after that. So we're kind of working on that, but that's basically where we're at. So that's why I have not lost any weight. But the fact that I haven't gained any since April, I do consider a small victory, because it could be so much worse. I have notes down here if you wonder why I keep looking down into my lap so I don't forget anything. Yeah, so anyway, biggest failure has definitely been the snacking and the eating, and the biggest success has been the walking, for sure. Another thing that I would definitely consider a success for me is that I haven't given up. Normally I would have given up by now and just completely thrown in the towel. I have never thrown in the towel, not since April 1st. All of the ups and downs, the little roller coaster ride that I'm on right now, I have never quit. I have always been able to say, oh, that was a poor decision. Let's make a better one next time. And while I don't always make a better decision next time, I haven't quit. I've never said I'm done with this. I'm still, tracking everything in a notebook, and I'm still, So, and that might not be as big a success for everyone as it is for me, but for me it is massive, because I am really good at planning, not so good with follow through, and I tend to be a quitter. I'm just being completely honest with you there. I tend to be a quitter. So yeah, having not quit is a huge success for me. So today is July 6th when I'm filming this. And back on, I believe it was June 25th or 26th, I weighed myself and did my measurements, which is where I got those, 2 inches on the hips, 1 inch on the waist, all of those figures from. So I'm kind of using that as like a goalpost. And now I've started weighing myself every single day. And I just have a notebook where I'm writing down my weight every single day. I'm writing down everything I eat. I'm not tracking calories or anything, but I am writing down everything that I ate so I can review that at the end of the week, what I've eaten each day. And then I'm tracking the number of miles that I record on my Apple Watch every day. So those are the things I'm writing down right now. Weighing myself every day, I don't know if that will end up being a positive or a negative, so stay tuned. I'll let you know. I've only been doing it for a few days, but I think it's going to help me not let anything get out of control, because again, like I said before, I feel so lucky that it hasn't gotten out of control, that it has stayed the same, despite some of the mistakes I've made. So I want to keep a hefty eye on that. So yeah, I'm going to continue doing that. And I've tweaked my goals, changed some of my goal dates and things like that. My original goals were all listed in the video that you'll find in my description box, the original video. I've changed a couple of them, and I'll kind of fill you in on those as we go. But the goal I'm working on right now is my first 10 pounds lost. It'll be easy to know where to start from there because my weight hasn't changed since April 1st. So we're starting there. When I lose my first 10 pounds, my reward, because I'm a big believer in a reward system, it just has always worked for me, is going to be a stationary haul. So I'm super excited about that. I'm thinking about starting maybe picking up bullet journaling for my planner, or I don't know, maybe just getting some new stickers for my current planner. I don't know. I'm a stationary junkie, so I have a wish list. So that'll be my reward when I lose that first 10 pounds. If I can lose that first 10 pounds by July 15th, then I'm also going to get a new band for my Apple Watch, a new fun color or something like that. At this point, I would say the likelihood of me getting to that by July 15th, which is next Thursday, is relatively slim, but I'm not giving up on it. The first 10 pounds comes off pretty easily usually once you get your eating under control, so we're not going to give up on that just yet. The other goal that I'm working towards is miles. And my original goal date, I believe it was July 9th, because it was going to be 100 miles in 100 days. We've tweaked that a little bit. So my goals now are 125 miles or 200 miles. And my end date is July 15th. And there was a process behind making those changes over the last few weeks, which I won't bore you with those details. But anyway, if I walk 125 miles total by July 15th, I'm going to treat myself to something on Shop Disney. If I get to 200 miles by July 15th, we are going to fly first class on our October trip, which I want so badly. But right now I am only at, I didn't write it down here. I believe I am at 114 miles. So the 125 by next Thursday should be no problem. Getting to 200, that'll take some doing, but I'm not giving up on that either. In fact, I'm going to say right now that I am going to have my 10 pounds lost and my 200 miles by next Thursday. I'm just going to put that out there. So stay tuned to my weekly vlogs because I will keep you updated, and my Instagram, which is also always linked in the description box below, to see if I make those goals. I really want to just set decently high standards for myself here. So anyway, I feel like I'm all over the place here, so I apologize. Sitting in the car, reading out of a notebook, not super prepared for this video, but it is what it is. Basically, I'm tracking all my food in a notebook. I'm weighing myself daily. I'm going to take my measurements monthly. Next month, I will share those numbers with you, my weight and my measurements. And then I'm working on those goals, the miles, 125 or 200 by July 15th and 10 pounds by July 15th. We'll see if we make those goals or not. But yeah, I'm feeling optimistic. I'm feeling like I'm ramping back up towards being successful here. Snacking is that big thing. Snacking is that big thing that I need to control. The other thing I just wanted to touch on briefly is the role that anxiety has played in all of this. And if you're somebody who struggles with anxiety, you totally understand this. I've done a video about my anxiety in the past. I will link that in the description box below too. It just controls everything. So I've had some ups and downs anxiety-wise related to my job lately. There's just some potential changes coming up, and I'll talk more about that in future videos. But yeah, it has definitely played a role. It's definitely been part of the reason for the slips and for not having the success that I had. So I took some time off of filming back in June because of it. And yeah, not to get too into it or anything, but it's just, it definitely plays a role. And I've made some positive changes. I've let go of a few things, and just kind of made some positive changes in my work life and stopped worrying about some of the little things that I was putting too much pressure on myself for, and a couple of bigger things too that are out of my control right now. I'm learning to find peace and joy and contentment in life as it is right now, and it's really made a huge difference. So 100% my faith is the reason I'm able to do this. 100%. Without my faith in Jesus, I would not be able to do this. So I'm just putting that out there right now. He is my rock. He is the reason I'm able to be successful and able to get past my anxiety and able to find that peace and joy. So, yeah, with that said, we are moving on here to what I hope will be the best update ever, update number 2, which I'm hoping to have out. I'll film it at the beginning of August. I think August 8th right now is looking like the day that it will be uploaded. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I'll share all those numbers, and it will hopefully be a much more positive, upbeat update with a lot of success. I'm really looking forward to it. So thank you for sticking around. If you're still here, I hope maybe you got some helpful information from this, or that if nothing else, you now know that you're not the only one who's going through it. We all struggle, and there are other people who struggle with anxiety and weight and all of those things. And yeah, I'm just really excited to have a really positive, productive next month here, to hit those 2 goals by July 15th. And yeah, just soar on into the future months here and just have a really great 45th year. So that's update number 1 in the books. I am going to say goodbye here and head back to work, get back to the grind, get back to walking those miles, those loops around my office. My coworkers think I'm insane, but I don't care. I'm gonna eat my salad and enjoy my day. And yeah, I will talk to you again in August with some really, really good, amazing numbers to share with you. We'll see you next time.